Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Metu Podcast Club. And today we have a special guest, and we will talk about Hungary lifestyle, about cultural differences. And welcome, Hakson. How are you?
Hi, Kate. I'm good. And thank you for inviting me to your podcast.
I can feel that today the weather is so much sunny, and I want to ask you specifically about the weather differences between Hungary and Vietnam. So, do you feel that, for instance, especially the winter or the autumn, or let's say right now spring, is completely different from your country? And do you feel some maybe difficulties on choosing the clothes, or maybe do you feel cold or maybe hot? So, how do you feel about it?
So, firstly, we talk about the weather. I can tell that there's really huge differences between Hungary and Vietnam. Now in Vietnam we are going to the summer, and the degree sometimes we go up until 38 degrees, and some regions that will be up until 40 degrees. And now it's also going to the rainy season. In Vietnam, we don't have four seasons like the spring, summer, autumn, and winter, right? We only have two seasons. That's the hot and too hot. I was living in the south of Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh, so that's why it's too hot.
I got it. Yeah, sometimes, like, especially for me, when it's like hot, I just can't survive the weather. I just have to be like either in a air conditioner room or somewhere where it's like not so hot. But yeah, I got it. May I ask you, like, why you decided to move to Europe and why you decided to move especially to Hungary? Is there some specific connection within this country, or why you decided to continue your studies here?
Honestly, a long time of working, I feel that okay, I need to change something, and I need to learn something more because I couldn't stay in the one place for a long time. So, firstly, that I want to study to update myself higher, and I choose the education to update myself, and I choose to study abroad, not in Vietnam. That is why I try to do something new to get out of my comfort zone. The reason I choose Hungary, that is because the price here is cheaper than the other place, the other country in Europe. But I also know that the education here is also good and to compare to the other place. So yeah, that is the main reason why I'm here to study.
What about your bachelor degree? So is it the same major as you have now, or and also tell us what's your major right now? And if it's like not the same, can you tell us, was it difficult to, for example, prove to the universities that you have to go to that major, or if it was the same, so how the process of like applying to the university was for you?
My first bachelor is so different from right now. I am studying here. I am studying communications and media MA program, but my first bachelor is learning and I studying about accounting. It's so different, right? And I also confused and concerned many things when I applied for the different major of my from my bachelor, and I also was worried about okay, could I approve from the university or not, because two major is so different. But they offer for me the pre-master, that's that I can learn the basic one before I got into the main course to study master. Master, that is the first semester I learn about something basic, and that's it they call that's a pre-master to take to the master. And I found it difficult because two major is so different. And when I am taking the main course as a master, I have to do many things about research paper, many things about paper. But in the past, I only study about the number, the how to report for the company.
And what about your major right now? Do you like it, or maybe you had like other expectations from the major that you had in your head? So, what about like the subject that you had? What do you think?
I like my major right now because I like to talk more with people and have interest with people. And that's why I want to change my major from just work in front of on the computer with the numbers. But now I have more time to research how is the communications history, what happened in the past, and now how it's changed, and it's relating to media and the AI nowadays. So it's quite fun, but sometimes it's boring to me because I have to research many informations or read a lot.
Do you feel that you moved from Vietnam to Hungary? Was it difficult for you to start studying? And can you maybe give some advices for our listeners how to find a suitable job or just a job in Europe? And how was your experience on finding a job here?
Yeah, I think my first time when I moved to Hungary, and the most difficult to me is about adaptation. There's a culture, a language here, and I have no friends here. Firstly, I have to get out of my comfort zone and make more friends because when you meet more people and meet more friends, they will help you. And at the same as me, when the first time I have no friends, I went to school, I went to uni alone, and I kind of like, oh, I feel so lonely here. I decided to move here because there are many things different to my country. In my country that I used to live, and I miss my home. I miss my friends in Vietnam. But then I make more friends, and until now it's better. It's much better. And yeah, I met you and make friends with you. And I think there are more people will help you if we like be the first person come to them and talk to them first, and then make friends first, and then from heart to heart we have connection. And for the job, right? Thankfully that I have friends. They are living here before me, and they just introduced me for a job that I thought I can take. I can find a job in my free times and to earn more money or something like that. So for my advice to you is about relationship. Sometimes we don't know that relationships will help us, but just honest from our hearts, sincerely for people, and sometimes the person will help again your friends.
So yeah, thank you so much for participating in the podcast, and I'm really glad that you decided to just spend your time and talk about these topics. And if you have any questions to Haxon, so do not hesitate to ask in the comments. And yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Bye bye.